Awesome. So here we have one of the students. I'm sorry. How do you say your name one more time? Johnny. That's awesome. That's really sweet. He's from Albania, and we're going to be talking a little bit about unit conversions. And he just wanted some help with that, and I think a lot of the class needs help with that. So we will jump right into it. So if we start on section 1.4, exercise part A, at the very end for the preparation, we have two problems that require unit conversions. Unit conversions can be a little bit tricky, but if we know what we're looking for and we know what we're looking for, where we're going, we know how to set up our journey to get to where we're going. And I'll explain in just a sec. So I'm going to share my screen real fast. Okay, and one thing I do when I read these problems is I want to know how much or what we're going to. What's the goal in the end? And I usually put it over here somewhere. Can you see that, Johnny? And so here we can see that the question says 44 on page 44. So page 44 in the textbook, exercise 1.4a, and then the question 44 says, if you drive 280 miles on 12 gallons of gas, how many miles per gallon do you get? So I would over here write miles per gallon. And when looking at where we're going to, I usually highlight the first and second thing, miles per gallon. And I say into my head, this is where our journey starts, is the miles. So I put that on top of a fraction. So in this sense, I go 280 miles. And you see says per gallon. So I would go, okay, so miles for every gallon. So 12 gallons. This one was a little bit simpler because you only had to make one fraction. There was no multiplying of fractions. There's no multiple units coming in or out. And so this one is just making a fraction, 280 miles over 12 gallons. And we can divide that. When you put this in your calculator, it's 280 divided by 12. If you want to divide it longhand, you would put 280 in the garage or in the house. I don't know however you want to say that. And you can put 12 on the outside. And we'd see that this goes in twice, 24 over 40, drop that, and then this can go in 3 times, makes 36 over and 4. So it's like a remainder 4. And so we know it's 23 miles per gallon. Did that make sense, Joni? Sweet. Awesome. So that is, like I said, that one is a little bit of a simpler one, but it kind of helps us set up where we're going next. So the next question follows up with that one. I'm going to take this, I'm going to move it. Actually, I'm probably just going to delete it. And then I'm going to do the next one. So the next one kind of brings in a third little option. It says, if you drive 280 miles on 12 gallons of gas, and gas is $3.20 per gallon, how many miles per dollar do you get? So can you help me, Joni? What is our goal for this next one? Per dollar. Perfect. Per dollar. Exactly. So we are going to start out with the same. So we start off with the same one. This one's going to go on top, right? 280 miles. Over and we can use the same gallons. So 12 gallons. But this time, we don't want to just stop at gallons, right? We want to stop at dollars. So we're going to multiply by another fraction. And this is where the big key takeaway for us is. If I want gallons to cross off, if I want to get rid of gallons so it's not over here in my end thing, I have to put it on the opposite side of the fraction. So I have to put gallons up here for it to cancel out. Did that make sense? So if gallons are on the bottom and I want to cancel it out, I have to put it on the opposite side. So for every 1 gallon, and I just go with what's left, which is the $3. $3.20 on the bottom. You doing good, Joni? Sweet. For anyone that's listening after this in this video, this is pretty much what we're going to be doing. They can go longer, they can go shorter, but to see gallons be in the mix and then get taken out is where the unit conversion goes. Dollars was in both of them, and we were able to cancel them out and then get, two things that seem uncomparable and be able to compare them. So from here, multiplying fractions. Are you okay, Joni? Sweet. So multiplying, if you have a question, just let me know. If you, from multiplying fractions, it's easier than adding and subtracting, let me tell you. Because all you have to do is multiply the top, and I'll pick a new color. Multiply these two numbers, 280 times 1, and then multiply 12 times 320. So 280 times 1 would be 280 itself. And then 12 times 3.20 is a number. Let's do it long again. 3.20 times 1, 2, 200, 4, 6, 1, 0. So I have to put a 0 here as a placeholder. And then 0, 2, 3, 0. I have to add these up. 4, 8, and 3. And then I have two decimal places. So I have to go over to 1, 2. And it's 38, 40. And then here you're able to divide, and you can do like rough division. So if this 38, if I bumped it up to 40, and I did 28 divided by 40, I could put it there, but I can't. I have to put it right here. It's about 7, because 40, if you want to do in your head, 40 times 7, 0, 280. So it's about 7. So there's that. So 7 miles per dollar. 7 miles per dollar. So that is how unit conversions usually work. Unit conversions are swinging from vine to vine by using these intermediate terms like gallons, sometimes dollars if we're translating different currencies. If we want to take a pound and we want to change it to a peso, sometimes the dollar is what we use to link them to. If we have the different equations and stuff, I want to put Joni up here because then I'm looking at the camera. I'm not looking down on the side. And so that's how we deal with this. Is there any questions, Joni? Okay, so we're going the next section 47. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do too. So let's do it. What's your question? Cost per hour. That's a good question. And let me look at this. My sprinkler sends out 5 gallons per minute, and if water costs 65 cents per. So let's start where what we know, and I'm gonna go over here, and I know eventually we want to know dollars because it says cost per hour, right? And so I would set this up so I know the cost goes on top. I know that the dollars go on top. So I would do 0.65 dollars or cents over. No, I'm going to do dollars. Over for every 1,000 gallons. So now I want gallons to cancel out. So we know that there's 5 gallons per 1 minute. And I want to get now, and so see how I did that, Joni? I said, okay, they gave me gallon down here. You know, they gave me it. Sorry, I point on the screen sometimes, and then I realized like no one can see me pointing on the screen. But they gave me gallons down here, and so I just put gallons on the top part. And you know, I just kind of went with faith. Gallons are going to go on the top, so they cross out because I don't want gallons here. No, gallons are bad. Gallons are bad. So I'm able now to cross them out. Boom, boom, and then I'll get a new color. I'll be blue. And now I can just focus on this minute. So how many minutes are in? How many minutes are in 1 hour? So we're doing this. We do 60 minutes in 1 hour. And so now we can cross these off, and it looks like what we're getting is going to be dollars per hour, just like we wanted over here. So now we go straight across. So 0.65 times 5 times 60. And just for simplicity, I'm going to use a calculator. 0.65 times 5 times 60, 195. And see how I don't like label this yet? Because I'm not going to say what this is yet, because I've mixed all these numbers. I'm just going to put the numbers together yet, and then at the end say what it is. And then do the bottom part. So 100 times 1 times 1 is 100. And then 1/9. And then I would divide the top by the bottom. Does that make sense, Joni? Divide the top by the bottom to get the for every $1, the per in there. 195 divided by 100, and that will give me something for every 1 hour. And that is 195 divided by 100 is 1.95, so $1.95. And if we look in the back of the book, sometimes I don't declare victory. I don't say whether I endorse it or not until I'm like, okay, this is what it is. And in the back of the book, it says that. Is that 29? Yep. Okay. So, 20 cents per hour. let's see. Gallons, minutes.